Meanwhile, a new report reveals 62% of Biden officials who work directly with businesses have virtually no private sector experience. And among those with experience, their average time in the field just 2.4 years. So in other words, not a lot of business savvy in the White House. Stephen Moore conducted the research for that report, and he joins me now. Stephen, were you surprised by how little business experience this administration has?
I was surprised. I mean, I knew that there wasn't as much business experience as, say, the Trump administration. And by the way, it starts at the top, where Donald Trump had, 40 years of business experience, and Joe Biden has never worked for a business. But I was surprised. I knew there would be a reduction. But the fact that the majority of people in key positions, by the way, Ash, I'm talking about people, in the cabinet. I'm talking people running the major regulatory agencies, people at the White House who have influence over economic policy. The majority of them have never even worked for a lemonade stand. And by the way, I'm not saying they haven't run a business. I'm saying they've never even worked for a business, Ash. They've never worked in the private sector. Most of them are either academics or community organizers or career government people, and so on. And so, it's interesting because this study came out a couple of days ago, and I was looking at the tweets that have come out, and a lot of the tweets were like, duh, this explains everything, right? This explains why we've had such lousy policy out of this White House and why the economy has floundered so much. So that's the bottom line on this. And I think if I were to recommend to Joe Biden how to turn things around, because, I hope Keith is right, but I'm very worried about this economy. Right. He better get somebody there, Ash, in the White House, like a Robert Rubin under Clinton, who knew something about business, because there's virtually no one.
Yeah, it says it all. Quickly, President Biden's economic advisor was asked about the potential of a recession, and he couldn't even give an answer. Listen to this.
It is very hard to conclude that we are in a recession when you look at the payroll and the job gains that we've seen. Now, it is tricky to look around a corner here, and I'm not going to predict quarters down the road.
Well, it is his job. What do you make of his response? I've got 30 seconds left, Stephen. Have at it.
Well, by the way, there's a good example. Jared Bernstein is the chief economic advisor, and he's not even an economist. He's a sociologist. So I think that explains a little bit. Look, the economy was negative for the first 2 quarters. In fact, they just revised, Ash, the first quarter number down to close to negative 2%. Right. So this is an economy that's in a soft recession. Let's pray that we don't have a crash landing here. But the good news is, thank God for Joe Manchin. I don't care what Bernie Sanders says. Bernie Sanders is a hero. He's saving our economy.
All right. We'll leave it on that note. Stephen Moore, great stuff as always, Stephen. Thank you very much.